Hello all, thank you for joining me. I am Ruby Rose Tarot. I'm so glad you can be here. If you like what I do, be cool if you want to hit the little subscribe button. I can send more stuff your way. That'd be nice. If not, no worries. It's all good. And on that note, let's just get down to business, shall we? Okay, cool. I had to do this video because there's just so much going on astrologically wise in September. It was so hard not to talk about it in the monthly readings, and I was just forced to at times. But I was like, screw it, I'm just going to do a general overview. So what you should know right now going on is right now the 9th through the 10th, the 4th through the 10th, we have Venus, Mercury, and the Sun all opposing Neptune. And this could be making for some challenging aspects in so many ways. So I'm going to backtrack a little here. So first of all, Mercury and Venus and Mars are all in Virgo, right? And that's challenging because Venus doesn't like being in Virgo. She's going to be much happier mid-month when she moves over to Libra. Mercury's pretty thrilled with that. He likes being in Virgo, doesn't like being in Libra. And so there's going to be this kind of shift mid-month that goes on with that energy. All month long, Mars is in Virgo, and Mars is about getting stuff done, right? He wants to move, he wants to charge forward, he wants to get done. That's going to be harder again at the middle or beginning of the month because all your outer planets are in retrograde. Changes around mid-month on the 18th when Saturn in Capricorn finally goes direct. So stuff will start to move there. But right now with all this energy, the opposition to Neptune, things are probably feeling pretty stagnant, right? You're trying to get stuff done, but why won't it get done? Why can't I get that final signature? Why can't we just get the final sign off on this project? Whatever it is, delays, etc. That's kind of this energy that's going on. And then it's going to switch a little bit more mid-month. Although some of that still may be compounded because Neptune and Jupiter, and I talked about this, and I think I said they were opposing, they're actually squaring. My bad. They're squaring each other on the 21st. And so that's some pretty intense energy. They are brothers in mythology. They're of equal power. They're both in their home signs, so neither one is in any detriment. So there may be, you may find people don't want to compromise or back down, or they want to be right. And so that's leading to some challenging aspects. But then I think mid-month the energy starts to change. Communication may not still be because, Mercury is not so thrilled being in Libra, but Venus is going to be loved being in Libra. That's one of her signs she's exalted in. So she's going to feel really good. So you might feel a little less work focused and a lot more, not love focused, because that's not totally energy. You still have Mars and Virgos, but it may feel a little lighter with her being happy about being in Libra. What else? Although Venus does square Saturn on the 25th, you should be aware of. And then the Sun does enter Libra on the 23rd. And happy birthday, Librans. Exciting. So, so much, like I said, so much going on. The big thing also is that there's a beautiful full moon in Pisces on the 13th, 14th. And I feel for so many that is a time to go out and heal. Virgo is very much this month is about getting shit organized. Virgo's that sign anyway. Virgo is about being analytical, organized. What's another great word? I had some words that I was channeling. All these things. That's Virgo season. You're about getting stuff done. You're about taking care of it. The trap a little bit with Virgo that I'm feeling right now is not to get self-analytical. I'd rather have you get self-reflective. Self-analytical could just be that you're playing situations or things or stuff over in your mind and you're just analyzing them. That serves freaking nothing. It doesn't, right? being more self-reflective is different. It's less of mental masturbation, and self-reflective is taking in all this in, right? It's going, hey, I got emotionally triggered when so-and-so talked to me like that. Is he a jerk, or was it the way that he talked to me reminded me of my father and the way he used to make me feel foolish when I made a mistake, and that guy, I felt foolish in front of him. And so maybe that's going to a bigger issue, and I totally overreacted. And so maybe I need to see that I need to heal that. I haven't quite figured that out yet. Do you see what I'm saying? This is energy. This is actually amazing energy to be self-reflective in your healing. Not analytical. It is tempting to get analytical. That is the trap. This is about being self-reflective. This is taking in your emotional and your body intelligence. Because when things trigger you, the body reacts first. The mind catches up later, right? The mind then starts justifying, oh, that guy's a jerk. But it's the body that's like, woo, you were in this situation before when you were a little girl, and now we're going to bring up all those emotions from them because you held on to it when you were a little kid, right? I didn't want to get in trouble, so I held on to this memory of how not to tick my dad off. And then this guy acted similar to my dad, and now all that's triggered back up. Make sense? God, I hope so. It's this stuff that is going on in Virgo that needs to be organized and decluttered and cleared and organized, right, and healed. Guys, it needs to be healed. You know? When I was meditating right before this, you know, I wrote down, I was writing down words, and I realized I wrote them on the wrong page that I flipped over, is resistance. You know, one of the things in the world right now is just so much resistance. You know, we're resistant to things being different, resistant to things changing, whatever the resistance is. There is so much resistance. And there's resistance a lot of times in healing. You know? There's resistance in changing patterns and thought patterns and behavior patterns. And resistance is not what allows you to thrive. You know, and we all want to be thriving. We all want to be succeeding and loving on everyone and being so in our power. And that just will not happen if you have a resistant energy to being open and loving and healing and changing. And so, you know, it will happen more that what's interesting and somewhat sucks is that the more that you try and get rid of the resistance, it'll flare up more, you know, because then all these little resistance become much more evident. So a lot of times when you first start to meditate, this happens to people when they first start to meditate, they'll notice all this resistance to stuff. They'll start to become like, wow, I didn't think I was that resistant. Well, it's just because you're more conscious of it now. Where you were like that the whole time, you weren't conscious of how resistant you were to everything. So be cognizant of that, because if you're not meditating, you really should be. Meditating is going to help you organize your thoughts, especially self-talk. If you guys are terrible self-talkers and, you know, saying stuff to yourself that no one else would say to you, you know, like, oh, I'm so stupid, or that was dumb, why did I do that, I'm so worthless. That's horrible. Knock that crap off, right? Knock it off. I will not let you do that to yourself. But, you need to get in to a habit of knowing how to quiet the noise in here. And that came up a lot in all the monthly readings. There's a lot of people with a lot of mental noise going on. And I get it in our society, man. So much noise going on. Drives me crazy, right? People gotta have music, gotta do distractions. Facebook, social media. I mean, I know I'm on YouTube, but so many social distractions. So many social distractions, just distractions in general. Numbing mechanisms. You know, Netflix and chill, it's just numb out. But you've got to learn to sit alone and be quiet and love the heck out of yourself. Right? Love you. If you are an extension of Source and you love God or Source, right? How can you not love yourself? You know? So that is very much the energy for this month. I won't go in. I had some more, but I'm not feeling, I just intuitively feel like I want to get to the cards that we talked about, that I pulled for you guys. And I think it'll reinforce what I even kind of channeled. So I pulled 4 cards to tarot, and I love that the Chariot came out. It did not come out in anyone's readings this month. And it came out for you guys, for everyone, as part of the general reading. I think I'm having a fire engine going down my street. Hold on one moment. I did. That was a fire engine that went down my street. Never happens. Okay, sorry about that, guys. The Chariot came out. So thrilled, because this is reinforcing you need and want to take control of your life. You need and want to change your destiny. You need and want to take the reins and change your thought patterns and love yourself more and be more nurturing and be more loving and send good thoughts out into the universe so that good things can come back to you. Because if you're only sending out negative crap and wondering why only negative bad shit happens to you, well, I wonder why. The law of attraction. It's quantum physics. Negative attracts negative, positive attracts positive. It's just that simple, guys. So simple, right? You guys are definitely Virgo season, working hard, creating money. It's not totally actually realized yet, right? I think that'll come in more towards the end of the year, but it's definitely there. And then the other thing I just love that came out for you guys is the Hierophant. And this gave me like hope and courage for you guys, because this is all about self-discovery, spiritual purpose, inner wisdom. If anyone is watching this can get to this, like, I'd be so happy. That's what just made life so amazing. Seriously. Because it's about that. It is about you. You know, we get off our spiritual path a little bit. A lot. Okay, I'm being general. A lot. We get off our spiritual path a lot. Right? You know, the material plane's great. Trust me, I love new cars and I love to eat food and I love all that. But that's, and that's part of why we came down here. But it's about connections. It's about having experiences. And in no way, and part of our journey down here was to beat up on ourselves or to shit on other people or shit on ourselves or to make so much ridiculous amount of money and be powerful that we treat other people like crap. There's nowhere in that was what we came down here to do. We came here to have connections, and we came here to experience love. And yes, to have cheesecake or key lime pie and pet puppies and, have kittens and whatever. It's like so many great, wonderful things about being on the material plane. But it's not about having the perfect body, and it's not about having the biggest and the best car, the biggest and the best house. It's about loving on each other. It's about finding your tribe and those who connect with you and you connect with, and and I think this happens. It's so funny. This did come up. This is the one card that came up quite a bit. It's the 4 Cups. You have to stay out of this energy, right? You have to stay out of going, oh, it's this. This is what I should have, when you have all this down here. You have all of it. You have it. God loves you. The universe loves you. Source loves you. It's all here. But you're so worried about what didn't happen, what didn't turn out. That guy, he was perfect for me. No, he wasn't. All right, my apologies, guys. My camera knocked out. So what I was saying with this was, this is you looking at what you don't have, right? And there's all this good stuff, right? And I was getting a little harsh there, and I was saying, hey, this is the person that you thought you're supposed to be with. No, you're not, right? Maybe you are, and I'll come back around, but dwelling on it, looking on this, means that you could be missing the one down here. And I know, guys, I speak from experience. I had someone that I thought I was supposed to be with. No, I wasn't. Nope. Found my husband. Married 16 years. Wonderful, right? And I'm actually friends with my ex that I thought I was supposed to be with. And then I'm like, how did I ever think I was supposed to be with him? We were so not supposed to be together. But at that time and in this moment, I was so fixated on this. What I thought it was supposed to be, when Source had so much other more better, amazing stuff for me. Much better, you know? And that's just, you need to have that trust and faith, guys. You have to trust and faith that the universe is going to bring you what you want. And I get it. Trust and faith sucks because look, you know, it's a non-resistant thing. And if you're fighting through resistance, having trust and faith is going, I'm not going to resist what's happening with me and what the universe is throwing at me right now. I'm going to roll with it. I'm going to learn from it. I'm going to grow from it because I know that Source has got me and it's all going to be good. That's a very non-resistant energy, and that's tough. You know, because we're always looking, you know, we're looking for hope. I mean, much of why we're in the mess we are in the world today is because we look for outside sources to make it better. We don't clean this up inside and get to where we know we can make it better, right? Where we know we got each other. And even if we're having a tough time, right? You go to someone and you, like I said, you have the hard conversations. You sit with them in an uncomfortable moment. That's what life is about. That's what's being there for each other. You know, that's what you hope someone will do for you. That's what you should be doing for other people when stuff gets really rough. But, you know, looking externally for things to make you happy, for things to bring you joy, it never works. You never find the one until you're happy with yourself, because if you can't make yourself happy, you're not going to make anyone else happy. And if someone, and you don't ever, I mean, that's a lot of pressure too. I don't mean to get too, but that's a lot of pressure too if someone is responsible for your happiness. I couldn't be with someone like that. You know, if someone looks to me as their source of happiness to make them happy and give them validation, I can't do that. That's too much pressure on me. I no, right? We got to love each other. You know, they're happy with themselves. I'm happy with myself. And then together, we try and make each other happy and try and work through the shit that life throws at each other. But whatever this is, guys, you know, disappointment emotionally, whatever, you're just fixated on it. And I get it. But if there is ever a time to break it, it is Virgo season, guys. It is about decluttering that crap. Get in your gratitude journal. Meditate. You know, switch that mindset to something else. But it is totally within your power to get it done. And it's a spiritual month. You know, I think they're all spiritual months, I guess, in a way. But you know, the cards are definitely with you. And the energy is definitely with you. You know, don't forget you have the Hierophant. This is spiritual. It is about you conquering and mastering those fears. Coming into self-love, right? So I hope I didn't get too preachy. I didn't mean for it to get that way. But I did 12 monthly readings and all the same things kept coming up. You know, and that was one of them was, you know, every morning when you get up in the morning and you put your feet on the floor, are you going to choose joy or are you going to choose misery? It's that simple, right? Choose joy. Even through the day, when that coworker comes and says something that normally ticks you off and would set you off into a bad mood for the rest of the day, I don't know why you would give them that much power, but before they do it, it's like, nope, I'm going to choose joy. I'm going to send them so much joy and love, and they're going to look at me like they don't know what's happened to me today, because normally they push my buttons, and then I'm going to act different, and they're like, what? Right? Because I'm going to choose joy today. I am going to choose joy. If it kills me, I'm going to choose joy. And I've been there myself, guys. The last year and a half has been all about me choosing joy. Right? Making it happen. So, but because what's your other choice? Choosing to be miserable? That's a terrible choice. Don't choose to be miserable. And it is a choice. It is absolutely a choice. Do not think that it is not. Choice is a superpower. You know, you choose the thoughts that you choose to hold on to or release. That's a choice, my friend. So that's the energy for this month. And I hope it was helpful. I'm just giving you guys what's coming through, what's channeling, and I feel like it needed to be said. So I'm wishing you all, as I always do, really and sincerely and truly, a whole lot of love, peace, prosperity, and abundance for the month of September and for eternity, really. All right? Have a great month, guys. Bye.